Hi. So, well, this is Eric speaking from Shandong province, and I'm now at the eastern coastal shore of China, and I'm actually staying in the hotel right now. So, before making this video, I was yeah, traveling all alone by myself. First, about last week, I was at Beijing, the capital of China. I took a train from Beijing to Qingdao, which is a big city of Shandong province, and I stayed at Qingdao for 3 days, and then I took a train to here, the Rizhao city. So, mm, a very big reason to make this video is because that I found myself I found myself may feel better by making the video to talk out something and let myself hear what I really want to talk from this video. Well, and I'd like to give out another question is that there's a problem for my sleeping. Um, I said that I have traveled alone for almost a week, but every day seems a bad sleep. I can't tell the reason why the sleep is very bad, and I'm quite sleepy right now. Okay, so I think this video, the main problem I'd like to talk about is about sleeping or how to sleep in this video. Mm, let's start with the sleeping period for these days, especially for my travel. So, right now I'm almost 19 years old. After a few days, I will celebrate my birthday, the 19th. And for for my age, which is 19 years old, I think to stay up quite late is a quite normal thing because most of my people, my friends, my family members, I don't think they sleep very early in these days. So yesterday, after a very struggle, I slept at 2:30 a.m. and when I woke up, it was quite late, around 10 p.m. I think. But the sleeping quality was very bad. So today I felt quite sleepy and I felt quite out of energy. Yeah, I think this covers the description is very suitable for the sleeping quality for my uh this year is 2024. I think maybe after 2023 to this day, I think my sleeping quality is quite bad. So, mm, um, let's start from the. Um, in this video, I'd like to talk about three main periods for myself. Uh, the first is the. So I'd like to draw back my memory and talk about the three periods of my education because a few days later I like to get in the university and become a university student. So before university, I received three periods of education. Um, so primary school, which we call 小学, and the middle one, the middle school, and then the senior high. So there's three steps of education. To talk about my primary school periods, I actually can remember the first day I walked into the primary school. I got in the primary school just by the side of my house, my home. So at the first day, my mother made me a breakfast, and she just took my hand, and we joined our hands, and we walked to the primary school, which only costs about 15 minutes. It's just a walks dis- a walks distance, 15 minutes. Um, it's the first day of the primary school, so a lot of children were walking into that. There were cars, and there were the, the school guards standing around the campus main door. Well, when we walked just to the uh, main door of the campus, I just took a gift sent by the school. It was a name card, and it's made by plastic. So I took the plastic one, to my classroom. That was the first day of my primary school. So at around uh, grade three and grade four, I think, there is a very big update of my life, which is that I was selected as a member of the football team of my primary school. The coach, which was a young man, maybe 25 years old, and the coach is actually very ambitious. He told us that if we train hard, we can get the gold medal of the soccer cup by the city, which is Chengdu City. Yeah, he was very ambitious. So, because my father was once a member of the soccer team at a university, and my father taught me how to play football. So I was quite interested in playing football at that time, and then luckily I was selected as a member of that. Mm, so after joining the soccer team, I was I worked quite hard every day after school, which it begins at afternoon 3 p.m. We just warm up and started to train. There were penalty training, ball pass training, and running training because we were quite young and we have uh, to be quite pers- uh, I mean, you just have to run very fast and can run for a long time to finish the whole match. Mm, the biggest thing is that my body condition that time was quite good. Mm, so every day I just study at the primary school, and in the afternoon I just take the take the training by the football team. And so every day after the training, I got home, I did help work for a little bit of time, and I eat very fresh, very good food made by my family. So my body condition every day I wake up, wake up, at 7:30 with a quite fresh energy, and every day at 9 p.m., 9:30 p.m., I fall asleep. Every day a nice dream, and my body after half day's training, my body is quite relaxed and my mind quite relaxed. The I think this is the quite good description about the primary school time. In China, I think the most struggling education process is for junior high and senior high because we have to struggle for the university examination, and the pressure just rise very sharply. So in order to get in a good middle school, to get in a very good high quality junior high, I started to take after school courses at grade 5. It began at grade 5. So that those days, because many young children, they have to finish their examination to get into a better middle school. I think most of them just gave up playing football. So after grade 5, I was the very few people who kept on taking the soccer team training. And after the training, I will go to the after class courses, which is mainly made up of mathematics. That was a sacrifice, I think. I started with struggle, and however, the math courses really did help me to get a better scores. So at grade 6, which is the graduation year, I just took the examination made by the middle school, which I got in later. Uh, I think it was the first time I took a very formal examination because I was quite nervous. So I just walked in the examination room with nervous heart and stayed there for 2 hours and got out quite unrelaxed. Mm. But however, I don't think I got a very good scores. But luckily, I was admitted by the middle school, even though my scores were not very high, maybe just above the average line, I think. Mm. So after I got into the middle school, there were some new rules. The first is that we studied three courses: Chinese, math, and English. That's for grade 7. The courses were quite different of all the three for me. Uh, Another difference is that, uh, which is very big difference, is that we have to sleep on regulation. What I mean is that all the people, all the students, I think they just got up at 7 a.m., which I think is quite early for our people for 13 years old. And every night we uh, every night we have to finish our homework and stay right in the classroom because it's a board school. So we just sleep in the campus, and every night we have to stay until 9 p.m. no matter when you finish the homework or not. And because I was just at grade 7, I was quite sleepy every night after that. And we just got back to our dormitory, and lights, the the coach, the teacher will turn out the lights at 9:50, I think, 9:50 or 10 p.m. So there's uh, at most 8 hours sleep for a student like me. Mm, the middle school, mm, I think compared to the senior high school, the middle school was quite smooth, much more smooth, I think. Uh, I feel very sleepy every night, and I fall asleep every night very quickly. But this doesn't mean that the sleeping quality is very high because every morning I have to get up quite early and stand up right now to brush my teeth and eat the breakfast and then rush to the classroom and start the studying of my day and all until 9 p.m. I think. Mm. Actually, I think the very giant, very, very big change, enormous change happened on me was on the epidemic times. You know, the COVID-19, it spreads out of the world, and of course, China was the spring of 2020, maybe spring, uh, January, February, March, April, spread all over China. This is very interesting. So, you know, Chinese people, we celebrate the New Year, and the New Year on 2020 was on February. So, in February that year, I got back with car with my family. We got in the car and went back to our hometown. Right during the vacation for the New Year, we watched TV and heard that the epidemic broke out from Wuhan. For me alone, I was quite happy, extremely happy, because I think it's very exciting to hear we have to put off our expiration of vacation. We could stay at our old home longer, not going to school. Mm, but things were quite strange a few days later. So those days, for the first of the few days around the epidemic, I stayed in my hometown and played video games almost all day long. Later, I heard my family, they have to buy the masks, they have to buy the pills to fight against the virus. Then I feel the whole family was in nervous. The atmosphere is quite unsatisfying. So this time, I think my body condition has changed for a little bit. After the break out of the COVID-19, because people just stays at home, uh, every day the virus may be spread to my city. We have to take care of that. Besides, it's epidemic, right? So the adults they can't get back to their working place. They just stays at home. Then what should they do every day? Mm, the most the most important ones is that we play mobile phones. We just by using our mobile phones, we just update with the newest news and we watch TV series. But this is different because it's all day long. So I once read about information that people during the epidemic time they raised the the mobile phone using time for them raised from about 2 to 3 hours a day to around 5 to 6 hours a day, which is a very huge rising. So something strange happened after almost a month. I don't have to get back to the campus, right? So I can use my own mobile phone. So it's quite exciting to get my mobile phone all day long. Every day we have online classes, but we don't have actually really need to take it. And the homework, we just print the paper out with the homework on the paper, but I can use my mobile phone to get the right answer. So both the class time and the homework doing time can be cutted to very short time. And how about the rest of the time? I just keep using my mobile phone. Uh, but I didn't mention that my sleeping condition were quite bad that time. Because I can freely use my own mobile phone. In the night, I started to stay up late. I learned to stay up late. Every day I maybe just sleep for 6 hours or more to be more difficult, 5 hours. Because I have to get up to check in for the new day of study. The monitor of the class will have to let you open your camera and speak to him to show you already woke up and got ready for the new day of study. What is most strange for this kind of years is that you just stay in your own home. Nobody really can monitor or can govern you. All you need to do is face the camera, face your screen, face your mobile phone. There's a very strong sense of mm, very strong sense of lonely to be alone in your own classroom and the world the home the room the sleeping room for me almost was turned to gray or black and white. It's not colorful anymore. Um, so the epidemic spread all across the world in the following years, like 2021, 2022, 2023. Mm. Things didn't get better in China. The epidemic just breaks out at one city, then another, then another. People just keep waiting and was quite cautious. I- what to do? What if the epidemic breaks out in your own city? You might lose your job. You might can't work anymore. Just to stay in your own room and face the screen. So after the epidemic, my sleeping condition was quite bad. Mm, but after 1 year, it didn't change because I got into the senior high school. And the senior high school, which means higher study pressure. Every day I got up at 6:30 and I have to fall asleep. Mm, maybe at 10:40. And if I was extremely quite tired out, I may fall asleep at 11 or 11:30. So every day I work quite hard and I can sleep well. With unslept well body, I woke up and work for another day, and then I fall asleep, and then I get up. So the sleep condition was ruined, was destroyed, I think. The whole 3 years of my high school, I don't think the sleeping condition was quite well, but slowly I got used to it. But this is another topic which also takes a lot of time to talk about is that the pressure seems to get much higher. You have to do what you don't really like studying for long hours every day. This is a pressure when you trying to fall asleep. And the parents, they want you to get a better university, which I myself was want to get in a better university. What if I can't get high scores, which means I can't get in a better university? It's quite annoying. This is also pressure, the second one, and the third ones. So every day we have to take care of the epidemic and people, the teachers, the students. We just try to spend more time working, studying, doing homework, and talk. The connection between people seems to be reduced. The whole year of 2021, 2022, and the first half of 2023, I think it was quite gray, just between black and white. We talked to each other less because we have to wear the mask and we are quite sleepy. The problem is that even though there is not an epidemic right now in 2024, the things didn't seem to get better. We still wear a mask, even though we don't really wear a cotton or plastic mask. We still reduce our time to talk with each other and spend more time facing our screens, no matter it's a mobile phone or it's just a laptop. This is a problem. It's another topic. So turn turn our sense back uh to the sleeping condition. Well, I think this is almost one of the most annoying, most difficult, most mm, most uncomfortable thing to do in this world. You feel quite bad in during the day because you didn't sleep well, and in the night there's pressure around you. You can't fall asleep easily. There is a strong sense of loneliness around you. The world seems that it is only yourself standing right in the place of this world on this planet. You try to get up and you try to open the mobile phone, search for something, but there's no actual one talking to you. A strong sense of alone, a strong sense of unsafety. This is a very bad thing, no matter it is caused by the epidemic, caused by the problem of society, or maybe it's just a very common thing in this era, the information era, the era of mobile phone, the era of internet. But I'd like to say I hate this. Mm. Every day I can't fall asleep like when it's 11 p.m. or 12 p.m. My body is quite uncomfortable, and every day I wake up, it's quite late. The life efficiency of myself is quite low, and I think it's a very big problem. When we just got out from my our mothers, our mothers, you know, uh, I we just got up. We stay in our mother's bodies before we before our birth, and we just got out from our mother's bodies, and we cry. We will open our eyes. We will try to scroll, and we sleep in our mother's warm bodies. Every day, sleep like a baby. Uh, it can only be, for me, it's only the thing happened 19 or 18 years ago around that. But I can't remember it anymore. I will try to improve my sleeping quality, even though from this day on. But I think there's actually something stealing. The modern society seems to lose something. Let ourselves not sleeping anymore. The more you grow up, the more you can't fall asleep well. It's quite sad. So I think this is the main topic talk today. Next time I'd like to maybe talk about other things.